Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing a simple 3-step budgeting process. If you are new to budgeting, if you have no clue where to start when it comes to managing your finances for your family, stick around. I am sharing a process that you can easily implement and start budgeting right away. If you have a budget in place for your family, stick around because I am also sharing some tips and best practices when it comes to managing your family finances. But before we dive into the video, I do want to say that personal finance is personal. I'm going to share a framework and I'm going to share tips. How you implement these tips for you and your family is totally up to you. I'm giving you the tools and the knowledge to go ahead and start budgeting better for the benefit of your family. All right, but first things first, if you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. My name is Debronetta, and here on my channel, I share my love for all things planning. Planning is a great way to stay organized. It is a great tool to implement to manage stress and overwhelm. So I invite you to follow me here on YouTube so that you won't miss out on any Plan With Me videos, any tips, any mommy hacks, and a little bit of luxury sprinkled in just because. All right, so let's talk about this 3-step process. Step number 1 is to collect all of your sources of income. If it's just one source, gather it. I want you to understand what's actually hitting your bank account. So as you're looking at your income sources, take some time to look at your pay stubs to see how much you are contributing to your 401k, to see how much you are paying for those benefits, to see how much is coming out for taxes. So I want you to not only grab the amount that's hitting your bank because that's going to go into your budget, but I also want you to take note of the other line items that are coming out of your check on a monthly or bi-monthly basis. If you are a small business owner and you are at a place where you are paying yourself consistently, account for that as your income because it's income. That's what it is. If you are maybe an entrepreneur who has a more established business or organization, the same is true for you. Account for how much you're paying yourself on a monthly basis. If you have to annualize it or come up with the average, that's okay too. But that's step number 1 is to determine your monthly income. Step number 2 is to collect all of your expenses. So go out to those bill websites, for cable, for internet, for energy, and all of the likes, and figure out how much you're paying for those services. Account for subscription services. Don't overlook anything. Account for quarterly payments. Account for annual payments. Grab all of that information and document it. For me, I use an Excel spreadsheet to create my initial annual budget, and that works for me. And I will list out all of the bills. I even include our children's activities, summer camp. So when I create my annual spread, I account for summer camps and I estimate it, and I put those dollar amounts in the summer months. The same is true if you have a quarterly insurance payment. Account for it, write it down or put it in a spreadsheet. But you want to collect as much information as you can, all of your information, preferably for your bills. Now, let's talk about some of the other expenses that we incur, such as food, dining out, gas, entertainment, apparel, anything else that's not BAU, right? That you can say each month, my food bill is X, because it's going to fluctuate, right? So we want to estimate those line items and account for them. In another video, I'll go more in depth into how to manage your budget goals and how to really analyze your monthly spend so that you can make data-driven decisions for your household. Step number 3 is to put it all together. So you've collected your income, you've pulled all of your expenses, put it together on a monthly basis. So for example, for the month of January, these are the bills that I pay monthly. This is my estimate for food, groceries, and etc. This is my income, and you are going to look at the difference between your income and your expenses. The goal is to make more than or equal to what you spend on a monthly basis. If you spend more than you make, you have to make some decisions and you have to make some changes. If we spend more than we make, that creates debt. So if you're swiping credit cards to get by, no judgment. I lived that life for a short while until I got off that bus. But you want to make sure that you are making some decisions. Your decisions include make more or spend less. And again, we'll talk about that in another budget deep dive. But I really want to encourage you to create your initial budget. Follow those 3 simple steps. Again, they are pull all of your income sources. That includes everything, anything that you are getting money for. So, that's, alimony, child support. I mean, that's everything that's coming into your household. And then you want to account for everything that's going out of your household. Then you want to compare what's coming into your household against what's going out of your household. And you're going to determine what that number is on average on a monthly basis. You can also do the same thing on a more annual basis, because that will give you a more holistic picture once you account for your quarterly payments or your annual payments. So I encourage you to follow those 3 simple steps and create your budget. If you need help, I'm going to leave a link in the description box for my services through Career Mom Community LLC. Budget planning is one of the services that I offer, so I'll leave all of that information in the description box if you want to grab some time on my calendar, or if you want to set up a consultation and have some services. So thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you found it helpful. Leave me a comment. Also, give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And make sure that you subscribe to this video. I would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. I'll speak to you in the next one. Happy planning.